Hello and welcome. This is ASO TV News. I am Princess Sobura Usman. The headlines. Nigeria eyes Europe with $25 billion on the sea gas pipeline project. FCT Minister Barrister Wike meets Paduma Guzape chiefs over road project resettlement. Wagolada Chairman Alhaji Abubakar Jibrin Girin reassures residents of security. And on business, federal government reiterates commitment to creating favorable business environment for private sector growth. Nigeria is pushing forward with an ambitious $25 billion on the sea gas pipeline project aimed at supplying natural gas to Europe. Vice President Kashim Shettima revealed this during a meeting with representatives of the Vital Group at the Presidential Villa. The project, known as Nigeria-Morocco Gas Pipeline, is designed to transport gas from Nigeria through the West African coastline to Morocco and onward to European markets, making a major step in Nigeria's bid to become a key player in the global energy supply chain. Speaking during the meeting, the Vice President emphasized that recent economic reforms introduced by President Tinubu have positioned Nigeria as a leading investment destination, particularly in the energy sector. He described the gas sector as a cornerstone of Nigeria's energy future and called on global investors to take advantage of the country's abundant gas reserves, which are among the largest in the world. Highlighting the reliability of Nigeria's liquefied natural gas operations, the VP noted that the NLNG has remained largely insulated from government interference, offering a level of predictability attractive to investors. The VP urged Vital Group and other international partners to leverage their global influence to mobilize support for the project, assuring that the pipeline initiative will be managed transparently. The Nigeria-Morocco gas pipeline, when completed, is expected to deepen regional integration, boosting energy access in West Africa, and provide a sustainable alternative gas supply route to Europe amidst shifting geopolitical dynamics and rising energy demand. The Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Barrister Wike, on Monday held a meeting with traditional leaders and representatives of Paduma and Guzape communities to discuss the ongoing road construction project and concerns over the planned evacuation of residents. The meeting took place at the FCT Ministers' Conference Room in Life Camp. The minister said the road project was vital to Abuja's development plan as it will ease traffic and improve connectivity. He appealed to the chiefs to support the government's effort, stressing that while he understood their emotional ties to the land, some hard decisions were necessary for the progress. He assured them of fair treatment in the resettlement process.
So the point I'm making is that if the road does not pass 500 meters, then government wasted money. And you continue to be alive. Will that place grow? You grow. So I've told the director of settlement, go and make valuation. But the rate people are using is too small. Right? Increase their rate. If there is 50 naira, give them 100 naira. Do you understand me? Then call director to get land for them. For those who are funded, not the whole community, it's just those on the corridor, on the road, not entire community. Until when we want to talk about community, we know about this one, just on the road corridor. So that we're not pushing out everybody. So don't say I said, no, I'm not doing that now. But let the road link up so that we know that we will have the development.
The minister promised that all affected residents will receive compensation for their structures and new resettlement plus will come up with legal documents. He cited the Gushiri community in Katampe as an example of successful relocation and instructed FCT officials to double the compensation rates to ensure fairness. Responding on behalf of the communities, the Sape of Garki, Alhaji Usman Ngakopi, thanked the minister for his openness and pledged the chief's support for the project. He said the communities would cooperate with relocation process in the interest of peace and development.
So the point I'm making is that if the road does not pass 500 meters
by transforming FCT, the other project I've just mentioned, by everybody giving my back cooperation and support so that we achieve, so that the government will be able to achieve the maximum result. Sir, I want to give you assurance we will see, we will go see, so that the government will succeed. I don't know whether one of the community leaders over there, the local people, will be able to say a word or two. I appreciate you. Thank you, sir.
The meeting ended with an agreement to continue dialogue to ensure a smooth resettlement. Present at the meeting were the AMAC chairman Christopher Mikalango, FCDA Executive Secretary Engineer Richard Dauda, and other senior FCTA officials. The Federal Capital Territory Administration has commenced major rehabilitation works on 2 of its 4 water treatment plants, resulting in partial disruption of water supply in Abuja city center and some satellite towns. According to a statement by the Minister's Senior Special Assistant on Public Communication, Larry Olayinka, only Phase 3 and 4 of the water treatment plants are currently operational, while Phases 1 and 2 have been shut down for repairs. The affected plants are undergoing replacement of critical electromechanical equipment to boost overall efficiency. The FCT Minister, Barrister Wike, explained that the rehabilitation being carried out by the SCC Nigeria Limited will last for 2 weeks, during which water supply will be rationed. He said the remaining 2 operational plants cannot meet the city's full demand, hence the need for a temporary distribution schedule. To ease the impact during the Salah celebrations, the minister said the 2 plants under rehabilitation will be temporarily reactivated to improve supply. He added that the contractors are working around the clock to complete the project ahead of schedule. The Water Board has introduced a rationing plan alternating between distribution lines 1 and 2. Residents have been urged to store water and bear with the administration as efforts continue to restore full supply. The federal government has said it requires an estimated 880 billion annually to optimally maintain all roads through Federal Road Maintenance Agency (FEMA). The Minister of State for Works, Mr. Bello Goronyo, said this while delivering his goodwill message at the public hearing organized by the House of Representatives Ad Hoc Committee on need to investigate implementation and remittances of the 5% user charge on petroleum products and diesel under the FEMA Act 2027 on Monday at the National Assembly. He lamented that FEMA over the years remained grossly underfunded, explaining that the 5% user charge, as enshrined in the FEMA Act, was designed to serve as a sustainable funding mechanism for road maintenance and rehabilitation. The minister said the persistent funding gap already forced the agency into a reactive mode of maintenance rather than a preventive approach. He stated, therefore, that the dedicated funding stream will offer a viable solution to bridge the financial gap, providing consistent resources to address Nigeria's infrastructure needs without over-reliance on annual budget appropriation. On his part, the Managing Director of FEMA, Mr. Emeka Abasi, said the agency has since commencement 18 years been waiting for implementation of the 5% user charge, expressing faith that it will further enhance FEMA's performance. Earlier Speaker of the House, Mr. Tajuddin Abbas, represented by the Minority Leader, Mr. Kingsley Chinda, charged the committee to be diligent with task as the House awaits the report for further legislative action. Chairman of the Ad Hoc Committee, Mr. Francis Weve, assured of a thorough execution of the mandate. And the House Representative Committee on Basic Education and Examination Bodies has blamed the West Africa Examination Council for the widespread irregularities and operational failures that discredited the 2025 Senior Secondary School Certificate Examination. Members of the committee at an investigative hearing on Monday at the National Assembly questioned the head of WAEC Nigeria, Dr. Amos Dangut, for the systematic lapses, with some others calling for his resignation. The lawmakers criticized WAEC's plan to roll out computer-based testing centers nationwide by 2026, citing the lack of infrastructure in many local governments. Chairman of the committee, Mr. Oforji Oboku, expressed disappointment with WAEC's performance, apologizing once more to Nigerian parents, guardians, and candidates who suffered the chaos of the last examination cycle, emphasizing the committee's commitment to ensuring there will be no reoccurrence. The committee passed a resolution compelling WAEC to submit a comprehensive audit of its digital infrastructure and a detailed roadmap on its computer-based testing readiness, and furnish the National Assembly with its operational guidelines and reports relating to the examination paper leakages. The committee's chairman, in his closing remarks, emphasized the importance of competence, honesty, and reform in education. And now the chairman of Gwagwalada Area Council, Alhaji Abubakar Jibrin-Giri, has reiterated his administration's commitment to securing the lives and properties of all residents. This assurance was made during a meeting with members of the Igbo community following killing of one of their sons, Mr. Azuka Inadikwe, by scavengers in Gwagwalada. Correspondent Abdullahi Mukhtar completes the reports.
The incident occurred on Sunday morning at the compensation layout area of Gwagwalada Area Council, where three scavengers known as Babambola killed Mr. Azuka Inadikwe while he was trying to protect his property from theft. Alhaji Abubakar Jibrin-Giri, Chairman Gwagwalada Area Council, represented by his Special Assistant on Security Matters, Deputy Superintendent of Police, retired Adamu Yusuf, assured the Igbo community that necessary measures have been put in place to arrest the culprits and bring them to justice.
He have directed the security agents, especially the DPO, to arrest immediately the culprit and bring them to book.
The Assistant Commandant of the Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps, NSCDC, Odeji Sunday, Abuja South Area Commander, promised the Igbo community that the matter will not be swept under the carpet and that justice will be served.
The DPO, my division officer, the DSS, the Nigerian Army, we are not sleeping. This matter will not be swept under the carpet.
Igwe Eric Ona, the Ede Indibo Gwagwalada, called on security agents to ensure the security of all Nigerians. Mazi Agu Okechukwu Samuel, Chief Executive Officer of Lion Property Consult Enterprise Limited, described the situation as sad and noted that it could happen to anyone regardless of tribe, religion, or ethnicity.
The security agents, they're trying their possible best. They are trying their possible best to secure the community. But you know, those tout boys, those bad eggs among us, they are still moving.
Death is part of life because every living thing one day will die. Nobody prays to die the way this young man just died. But we are trying to calm our boys, our youths, and our elders, even our women down. This is an accident. It's not between him and a particular tribe per se. It's just an incident that can occur to any other tribe and any other person.
In protest of the incident, all Igbo shops were closed on Monday morning, and the community took the corpse of the late Mr. Azuka Inadikwe to the Agoma Palace, where the traditional monarch consoled them and called for peace and lawfulness. Abdullahi Mukhtar, ASO Television News.
You're watching ASO Television News. Watch us live on DSTV channel 392, StarTimes TV channel 127, Free TV channel 507, UHF band on channel 38. And still to come on the news, more than 200 bodies are being recovered following devastating floods that swept through the Mokwa local government area of Niger State. Stay with us for details of this and more stories after the break.
We were warned about this marriage. Because we did not listen, the young maiden is dead.
Nana, come here. Hi. Why do you speak so freely with a stranger from Ajani?
We were just talking about offering Ojigijag a seat on the council.
May God be praised. Legodo Zelko Sisi, he has 2 wives. So why are you making it look like it is a big deal?
Welcome back. Moving on, more than 200 bodies have been recovered following devastating floods that swept through the Mokwa local government area of Niger State, according to the state's Commissioner for Humanitarian Affairs, Ahmed Suleiman. The commissioner revealed the alarming toll while emphasizing that recovery efforts were ongoing. The floods, which struck communities in Mokwa local government, have left a trail of destruction and displaced hundreds. In response, Suleiman said the administration of Governor Umar Bago has activated emergency response measures, including the distribution of relief materials and food supplies to victims now housed in makeshift camps. Suleiman noted that trailers loaded with rice have been sent to affected areas and that the wife of the governor had visited Mokwa to donate 50 million naira in support of relief efforts. That's why this effort, victims in displacement camp have voiced growing dissatisfaction over what they describe as poorly coordinated and inadequate relief operations. A visit by our correspondent to several makeshift camps revealed widespread frustration among flood survivors. And the Federal Ministry of Education strongly condemns in its entirety the unfortunate incident which occurred at Complete Child Development College, Aule Akure, Ondo State, where suspected thugs allegedly hired by parents of a student assaulted the Vice Principal, Mr. Rotifa, for performing his lawful duty of upholding the integrity of the ongoing West Africa Senior School Certificate Examination. The ministry condemned in a swift response of the Executive Governor of Ondo State, His Excellency Lucky Aiyedatiwa, and the State Police Command in arresting the suspects, including Mrs. Dorcas Asije and 4 accomplices. The ministry urged that thorough investigation be concluded and all culprits duly prosecuted to serve as a deterrent. The ministry, under the leadership of Dr. Tunji Alausa, reiterates its zero tolerance for examination malpractice, intimidation of school staff, and any form of unethical conduct from students, parents, or guardians. Any student found engaging in examination malpractice will face sanctions in line with national examination guidelines. Furthermore, any parent or guardian who enables, support, or participates in such criminal behavior will be prosecuted under the law. The minister stated that all schools are encouraged to promptly report any trace of breaches of conduct during examination to law enforcement agencies and relevant educational authorities. The ministry is working in collaboration with state ministries of education, law enforcement agencies, and examination bodies to enhance the security and integrity of examination processes. The Federal Ministry of Education stands firmly with the management and staff of Complete Child Development College and by extension all education stakeholders nationwide who continues to uphold the values of discipline, accountability, academic excellence, and who resist examination malpractice. And as part of proactive security measures to ensure a safe and secure Federal Capital Territory ahead of the forthcoming IGP's Honor and Award Night, the Eid al-Kabir Salah celebrations, and the June 12 Democracy Day commemoration, the Commissioner of Police FCT Command CP Ajao Adewale on Monday convened a strategic security meeting with all 6 area commanders, divisional police officers, and heads of tactical teams under the command. The high-level 3-hour meeting focused on fine-tuning operational deployments and reinforcing professionalism and accountability in policing efforts during the period of increased social and ceremonial activities in the FCT. While addressing the officers, CP Ajao charged all commanders to strengthen securities within their respective areas of responsibilities and ensure heightened visibility policing, particularly at strategic entry and exit points into the city, in anticipation of the arrival of very senior police officers and other dignitaries from across the country for the IGP's events. The Commissioner of Police gave the following operational directives aimed at ensuring public safety and fostering public trust. According to a statement issued by the command spokesperson SP Josephine Ade, some of the directives include deployment of explosive ordnance disposal, terms to sweep worship and recreational centers ahead of expected gatherings, sustained intelligence-led raids on identified black spots known for illicit drug activities to be conducted professionally and without abuse, and zero tolerance for extortion in any form. Officers must be smartly dressed, disciplined, and courteous in their interactions with the public, amongst others. CP Ajao Adewale reaffirmed the unwavering commitment of the FCT Police Command to ensuring the safety, peace and well-being of all residents and visitors to the territory. He called on members of the public to remain law-abiding and to work in synergy with the police in shared responsibility of securing the FCT. And on business, the federal government has reaffirmed commitment to fostering a conducive business environment where innovation, transparency, and capital investment can flourish. A statement signed by the Director of Information and Public Relations Ministry of Finance, Mohammed Manga, showed that the Finance and Coordinating Minister of Economy, Wale Edun, in company of the Minister of Budget and Economic Planning, Senator Atiku Bagudu, gave assurance in his office during a courtesy visit by esteemed businessman and philanthropist Mr. Femi Otedola. The statement indicates that both ministers and Mr. Otedola engaged in a robust discussion on Nigeria's evolving investment climate, particularly the expanding opportunities in banking and power, including renewable energy. While underscoring the coordinated efforts of the economic management team to strengthen private sector engagement, the Minister of Budget and Economic Planning, Senator Atiku Bagudu, noted that improving macroeconomic conditions, enhanced regulatory clarity, and pragmatic fiscal measures are not only restoring investor confidence, but also creating a more level ground for both established conglomerates and emerging counterparts to thrive. On his part, Mr. Otedola commended President Tinubu's bold economic reform agenda and expressed renewed confidence in the direction of the policy under the current administration. The businessman and philanthropist disclosed readiness of major Nigerian investors, including himself, to increase their support in sectors critical to inclusive growth and national competitiveness. According to the statement, the gathering reflects the federal government's determination to work hand in hand with private sector to drive sustainable economic growth and equitable development across the country. And still talking business, Chartered Institute of Project Managers of Nigeria has applauded the giant strides resulting from the Renew Hope agenda of President Tinubu for a sustainable economy, while urging for adequate compliance by all project managers operating across the country. Registrar General of the CIPMN, Mr. Henry Mbadiwe, in Abuja during a performance evaluation of the Institute under the present administration, emphasized the need for effective management of projects for robust economy. Business correspondent Emeje tells us more.
As a member of the CIPMN Institute, I shall comply with all rules, code of conduct, ethics and standards put in place by the CIPMN Institute.
With right hands raised in solemn pledge, Barrister Sadia Jamilu Yankwashi administered the oath to new members, marking their official entry into CIPMN. Speaking on behalf of the inductees, Mrs. Aisha Tutukura expressed gratitude for the opportunity and described the milestone as a significant career achievement.
Honestly, this is a big privilege, sir, that you have offered to us. I have never imagined myself to be in this position, but Allah has made it through you that we are fellows today. So we are really grateful to bless you, to uplift you, and guide all of us in our new schedules. And we pray to succeed, never to fail. And we pray that with your guidance in our respective schedules of duty, that we shall be one of the best that you have ever worked with. Thank you very much.
Dr. Yankwashi then officially declared them members, urging them to familiarize themselves with CIPMN's rules and charters. He also offered personal support to those needing guidance.
Paragraph 2 of the fourth schedule to the Act created under Section 2.3 of the CIPMN Establishment Act 2017, and also the clear provisions of Section 23 of the CIPMN Establishment Act of the CIPMN Establishment Act 2017. You are hereby inducted officially into the fold of the Chartered Institute of Project Managers of Nigeria. So we should take it very serious. You are lucky to have me around you. I will assist you, to guide you, to coach you, to put you through. And I'm very, very determined and resilient to ensure we do the right thing. And God Almighty will help us.
The ceremony concluded with induction of Mr. Gali Dambazwa Tali, representative of the Federal Ministry of Education, as a council member of CIPMN. Daniel Obi, ASU Television News.
And that's the news, but before we go, let's take a look at one of our major stories. We told you that Nigeria is pushing forward with an ambitious $25 billion undersea gas pipeline project aimed at supplying natural gas to Europe. That's the news. I am Princess Sobura Usman. Many thanks for watching.